like 2020. I think, I don't know. Justin Bieber, he barely survived Hollywood. Y'all know he was a child, not actor, child star, I guess. You know, blew up kind of early on. Obviously, he didn't make it out unscathed. Let's see what happened. All I know is he said lean with Sean Kingston in like 2015. Also, is Sean Kingston broke? I heard he was trying to rob the lean man, bruh. What happened? Is lean that expensive now? Yikes, bro.
Justin Bieber is probably the last person on earth you feel bad for. The blonde-haired, blue-eyed tween made a few YouTube videos singing in 2007, got swooped up by the major record labels, and they forced his generic pop songs onto us. And every young girl in the world became obsessed with him, making him millions of dollars and keeping his songs in rotation on the radio. He was an easy
that process thing. I know it's gotten better. Like I know whatever condition it was. I can't think of the name of it. But I know it had gotten better through like physical therapy and stuff, but I don't think it's like gone completely. I don't know. Haven't really heard any updates about that in months.
Person to hate or just completely disregard. However, in the early 2010s, he started to change. He was lashing out in public, assaulting people, and starting to confirm people's suspicions of him being a snobby rich brat. And although this video is not going to be me trying to convince you that Justin Bieber is an unproblematic saint, there is another perspective to consider that might make his antics a little understandable. For example, the many times he was blatantly assaulted or harassed in public.
Can I say this? Lean into me again. You smell amazing. How old are you?
Thank you.
It isn't very difficult to see how uncomfortable Justin is. James Corden is leaning in.
That's so weird. That's so weird. Why did people like see this and then like celebrate James Corden for like 10 years after? Like that's kind of weird, bro. Someone needs to check his hard drive.
As close as he possibly can with his hand resting on Justin's back.
Thank you, Charlotte. Look at him. Look at what a beautiful face.
Rubbing Justin's face was just disrespectful, but he couldn't resist touching the boy.
Odd. Nah, that's real, because like at that point, like I'm touching you now.
Tries to go along with the joke, but James makes it even worse.
Voted to just do it. Don't mess around. Don't tease me, Bieber.
People couldn't keep their hands off Justin, including Katy Perry, who had to get herself a handful as she mouths to the camera, "Sorry, Selena." At the end of this interaction, Justin says, "We can do that forever if you want," which made some people think that he was okay with this behavior. Even David Letterman put his hands on Justin. During the 2012 interview, David insisted on denouncing Justin's tattoos.
Is that a new tattoo?
This is a new tattoo.
Oh God, how many do you have?
I have a couple, just a couple.
Well, tell me that's the last one.
It might be.
No, it is. You don't, I mean, honestly.
David decided to treat Justin like his son's troubled friend looking for guidance, even though it was never asked for. Funny thing is, Justin ended up doing exactly what David told him not to do, but Letterman took it too far when he put his hands on Justin.
You know, I got Believe.
Get that off of there.
Hey.
Although this one wasn't explicit in nature, it was still totally uncalled for. David would later apologize for his behavior, but it's odd to see
that ain't your kid, that ain't your grandkid, that ain't your nephew. Like, that's weird, bro. That's weird. Even if that was a neighbor, like that's too far.
People were so willing to put their hands on the boy. Luckily, he was able to prevent Leah Remini from getting her hands on him during this interview on The Talk.
Justin Bieber! I will squeeze your face. No, I will. No.
Justin had to shout no 5 times before she would stop, but that's not all. Earlier in this segment, she was forcing him to answer a really strange...
Who even is that?
Would you rather question.
Would you rather have to be naked on stage during one full song, or drink a cup of blended worms?
Okay, not only is that crazy to ask a 14-year-old, 15, he was a child. Bro, the crowd is younger than him.
Question.
Would you rather...
The crowd's a bunch of elementary kids, bro.
Be naked on stage during one full song.
Like, that's weird. But also, who is that?
Or drink a cup of blended worms.
Like, what? And then sat back and dropped it down like she just asked the most banger question ever. What, bro? There's not a single adult in the crowd, bro. Well, hold on. She looked like an adult. She kind of do too. So does she. I don't know. But it's mostly kids in here, bro. That's weird, man. That's weird. And everyone else is just looking around for his answer like that was a normal question. Honestly, bro, I'm being completely honest. The question that Charlemagne asked Logic was somehow still better than this one. Somehow. That was a crazy question too.
For no reason at all, Leah insisted on
That's
pushing
another
this
thing. Why are there so
very
many kids
sexual
here?
question. Well, there are
Like, I feel like there's no parental supervision happening at all in this studio, bro. Like, who are these kids, bro?
little girls and boys directly behind her in the audience. Justin realized he was trapped
Yo,
because
these
no
are
matter what he
kids.
tried to say, she was trying to force the answer she wanted out of him. But he stood his ground and chose to not give in to her manipulation. This wasn't the first time Justin stood his ground when a host got sexual with him. While doing a radio show called Mojo in the Morning, the host, Shannon Murphy, brought the conversation in a strange direction.
Has your mom given you the sex talk yet?
I mean, like, I really don't want to have that conversation with my mother.
Yeah.
Like, I've kind of had it with my father.
You want to hear? Oh, really? See, my parents never gave me the sex talk.
I was like 13,
So when are
bro.
you giving me the sex talk?
I feel comfortable right now.
Oh.
Why do you want to know the sex talk from a 15-year-old boy? That's pretty weird.
He very clearly stated that he was uncomfortable when the host brought up sex, but the circumstances that built up to this are a bit confusing. Because
this is actually crazy now to think about it, bro. All this stuff was happening in front of everybody and nobody kind of thought anything of it. Like, I'm trying to think what was bigger news than this at this point, because JB was like already a national treasure. You know what I mean? He's not even from here. He's Canadian, but still, he was a national treasure already. What was bigger news than JB being uncomfortable, bro? Like, that's weird. And most people don't notice. That's weird, bro.
Earlier in the conversation, this happened.
Justin, what are you going to be doing after the show tonight? I thought I was picking you up.
Now, when I was 15 years old, I probably would have said some dumb stuff like that.
You
to
know,
an
for real.
older
Everybody
girl,
was.
but
When
apparently
you young, you trying to riz. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean it should work, though.
Justin couldn't keep his hands to himself.
That little kid is like a walking set of hormones. He is.
Wow, got a little too touchy-feely with you?
He wasn't just like patting my butt, he was grabbing my butt and he kept saying, "Is it inappropriate? Is this inappropriate?"
Oh my God.
And he would grab it harder and go, "Is it inappropriate now? Is it inappropriate now?" Hi.
Yikes. Yikes.
Oh my gosh, he's kissing me. Here, come sit here. Come sit with me right here. Dude.
Who is this?
Justin Bieber just like comes up and you just started making out with me, you know that?
Is that not appropriate?
Justin was obviously flirting with Shannon in a juvenile way. Then she said live on air how Justin was touching
Like,
and
that's
kissing.
like a Nickelodeon episode, bro, of like a little kid trying to flirt with, like, you know what I'm saying? But even still, in those, it doesn't work, bro. The most they get is like a kiss on the forehead at the end of the episode, bro. And then it's like, that wasn't, you know, like, but like, all those celebrity relationships, the breaking up and getting back together stuff. Nah, you right. You right. That was bigger news, bro. You right. That's crazy, because now I think about it, that's really all people talked about back then. It was some this person broke up with this person, and these people got a divorce, and these people got married again, and these people got divorced again, and that's literally all it was at that time. So you're right, man.
Her. We can imagine there were definitely some instances where
crazy.
Justin felt like he could probably touch whoever and whatever he wanted, since, well, it was often done to him. But regardless, the 26-year-old shouldn't have brought up the sex conversation on the air.
Yeah.
Even men were infatuated with young Bieber. L.A. Reid, music executive who signed Justin to his first major record deal.
His son Aaron Reid played guitar on Planet Namek by Pierre.
Said, "This kid was beautiful, like a woman can be beautiful, and men rarely are." And he turned it on as soon as he stepped into the room.
Whoa!
He recalls how Bieber had grown his hair down, almost covering his eyes, and says he could see immediately that Justin's hair would be every bit as important as his songs, his voice, his face, or his presence. Justin was simply beautiful. He gushes. His superpower was his face. The context
It reminds me of that one South Park episode. What episode? I never really watched South Park like that. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've seen it before, obviously. Even recently, I watched it a little bit, but like, I never really got into South Park. You know, like, I can't even name all the characters off top right now. I know there's Kenny, I think. Cartman. That's it. I don't know I don't know anyone else's names. Literally, that's how little I watched that show. With the teacher and the little brother. Yeah, I definitely haven't seen it. Plus, they have too many episodes.
This article makes it seem like Ellie Reed was attracted to the young Bieber, but we don't really know that for sure. He was definitely right about his star power, but how he came to that conclusion just seems a little odd.
Yeah, however, especially considering this was an interview that came out in 2016, and he was looking back at 14-year-old Justin Bieber. He couldn't have even just said like, you know, bro was very talented back then, and now, you know, he's come to be a very good-looking, you know what I'm saying, young adult. Like, you could say that now, maybe, I guess, if that's how you feel, but that's weird either way. But then to be talking about like bro was legit, and that is exactly what the conversation was about. And this is how you want to. Anyways,
this deplorable assault was by Jenny McCarthy at the 40th Annual American Music Awards.
I remember this. I remember this because a lot of people reference this when his hair kind of looked like hers, like 2 years later. Yeah, that's weird.
I feel violated right now.
A shocked Justin.
Played a game for an hour to draw? Like a drawing game? Or like you mean in the game nobody won, it was a draw? Either way, that's crazy.
Bieber couldn't say anything but the truth. I feel violated right now. By this point, this was all too common for him. The craziest part is
honestly, whenever you hear stuff like this, bro, can you be mad at him sipping lean with Sean Kingston, bro? Can you be mad at him? No. You can't. Was it right? No. Does that justify it? No. But it explains it. It definitely explains it, bro.
Jenny straight up admitted to her crimes.
I took the opportunity in the window, considering I'll never get to do it again, and kind of molested him. It'd be like Cougar.
Jenny clearly enjoys the predatory behavior. She described it.
You know, no. Nah, I don't want to take the risk. You can send it to me on DM me on Discord, and I'll see it after stream, or I'll watch it like on my phone or something, just for context.
It has molestation and R-word.
I don't want to put it up on stream.
She thinks it's cute and quirky, and even bragged about it on Twitter after. Now, if this all happened while the cameras were on, could you imagine what happened while the cameras were off?
Literally, especially in front of a crowd. Imagine if this was backstage in the green room, bro. Like, that's weird.
Like many child stars, Justin turned to drugs. Every teenager experiments, but he was trying to cope and escape, which led to behavior that left a permanent stain on his reputation. For all the people that hated Justin, he was about to give them a stronger reason. And for all the people with unrealistic expectations, they were about to be crushed. His first controversy began in 2013 when TMZ leaked photos of him holding what appeared to be a blunt. Although Justin faced no charges for the incident.
I literally remember this, bruh. Like when it happened,
this was our first clue that Bieber was beginning to shed his wholesome image. Things took a turn for the worse later that same year. While on the European leg of his Believe tour, Justin stopped in England just in time for his 19th birthday. Later that day, Bieber tweeted, "Big night ahead," anticipating his birthday celebration. He and his entourage had planned a $8,000 birthday bash, booking tables at the Cirque des Soirs Club in Soho. Unfortunately,
what is this? 17 seconds. Hold on. What? Nah, stop. Nah, bro. How did South Park get away with this? What? I don't know what's crazier. The fact that that's a real clip, or the fact that someone animated that. I'm kind of like, who animated that? I'm kind of scared that whoever did that had too much fun animating that. That's crazy though. Anyways, man, I remember if you had 8K, you was rich. Not for real, bro. Not for real. Looking back at all those Chief Keef videos, he looked like he was barely making it, bro.
Bieber tweeted, "Big night ahead," anticipating his birthday celebration.
Crazy.
He and his entourage had planned a $8,000 birthday bash, booking tables at the Cirque des Soirs Club in Soho. Unfortunately, the celebration didn't meet expectations after members of Justin's entourage were denied entry into the club because a few of the members of Bieber's party were under the suitable age of 18. Justin tweeted, "Worst birthday," complimented with a message to his Instagram account, voicing his side of the story. "I love how the club wanted to give the press another reason why we didn't stay at their weak-ass club, so they wouldn't look bad for me walking in and right back out. People thought Justin felt entitled to come into another country and break the rules because he is a star. From there, he allegedly showed up 2 hours late for his debut show at the O2 Arena after throwing a massive tantrum. Several backstage sources claim Bieber was in a bad mood after waking up late because of a night out and proceeded to lock himself in his dressing room to play computer games. The crowd
bro was on March 2013. Okay, GTA 5 wasn't out yet. Mans was on Minecraft. Mans was hungover playing Minecraft in the green room.
Reportedly began booing at about 9:30 p.m.
That was crazy.
Almost an hour before
like COD.
Justin ultimately hit the stage. If the week couldn't get any worse, Justin lashed out at a photographer outside his London hotel after the man called him a f***ing little moron.
Yikes. Sorry, but JB needs haircuts. That is one thing that I will never forget from my childhood. It literally seemed like every other week Justin Bieber had a new haircut. And it was like every time was more and more just crazy, bro. Literally. When he got, like, that's why it wasn't surprising to me in like 2021 when he like twisted his hair up or whatever, like tried to have dreads for a little bit. Like that didn't surprise me at all. I had seen everything by that point. That was normal. That was expected. Honestly. Can't even be mad at little bro. If a girl tried to talk to me at that age, I'd sprint the other way. Really. True, man. Purpose Justin hair. Hold on. I don't remember. That was what, 2016? 2015? Something like that. I typed in Justin on Spotify and Justin Timberlake popped up first. That's crazy. Beverly still got more emotion than JB like that? JB got 72 million monthly listeners. Hold on. I gotta just check real quick just to pocket watch. How many Justin Timberlake got? He got 31 million. Yeah, bro. Bieber should have popped up first. I ain't gonna lie. That's kind of wild. Anyways, you talking about the cover, right? Okay, on the cover, I mean, it's cool. I definitely think the dyed look was cool at the time for him, but I don't know. The South Park clip for reference. Real. Real.
What'd you say? You heard what I said, man. What'd you say? You heard what I said, mate. Lose your f***ing belt. Lose your f***ing belt. Lose your f***ing belt. I'm back, you prick. I'm back, you prick. Back. Right? That's all. F***ing little cock. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I just love the irony of this situation.
I love that you can hear him yell, what did he say?
The photographer tries to get a rise out of Justin, then Justin responds with threats, then the photographer gets really mad at Justin for getting mad at him, and the guy also taking a video of the situation gets upset when someone starts filming him.
Made mirrors. I mean, true. You're right. But JB made Sorry. And was that one other song from this album? Hold on. And Where Are You Now with Skrillex and Diplo. And okay, now I just got to go through. He made Boyfriend back in the day. I know he got a song called Boyfriend. At that point, he was already on Rodeo with Travis Scott. That Maria I'm Drunk feature is amazing. You know, like, still, bro. I feel like JB kind of, you know, I don't know. Timberlake don't even release more than one solo a year. That's the thing. Like, at this point, Timberlake should not pop up before JB. Like, he shouldn't. 10 years ago, that made perfect sense. But now, like, I don't know. But he is about to drop a project with Timbaland, I think. Maybe there was just a couple songs or something. I don't know. But we're getting some new Timberlake and Timbo again, which is nice because they are a dynamic duo. So maybe that justifies why he popped up first. I don't know.
It's ridiculous. He responded on Twitter by saying he had a rough morning and that he let his emotions get the best of him. But this incident started his lifelong beef with the paparazzi. In June of 2013, Justin and his entourage were involved in an altercation with a photographer outside the Hit Factory studio in Miami. The entire exchange was caught on tape.
Timberlake ain't dropped since 2022, bro. Like early 2022 looks like. Well, not August, but still, like, come on, dude.
I'm gonna give you your camera back. I'm gonna take your SIM card, dog.
Later that same day, Justin was skateboarding outside the Hit Factory when another photographer began snapping photos of him. Bieber's bodyguards allegedly rushed the photographer, and one started choking him. The photographer claimed that he grabbed his camera and removed the memory cards. It seems like every few months there was another controversy, just slowly chipping away at his reputation. Like
Go back to the still of him attacking the camera guy. Oh, you talking about you talking about this? This is kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of funny. But like, leave it alone. He's trying to kick it. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I honestly, bro, why Justin got the permanent light skin face? Oh God, because this is the era when he kind of seemed light skinned. Like, you know, you can tell this is when he was hanging around black people way more, and he was hanging around rappers, and you know. He was chilling with Drake. He was on Drake's Instagram all the time, which if you remember Drake's Instagram this long ago, it was crazy. It was kind of cringy, you know? So like, it kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense, bro. It does. It does.
After the man called him a f***ing little moron.
That's crazy, bro.
Bucket that is filled. Like when he peed in a cleaning bucket while partying.
Appreciate the follow.
Justin and his friends left a nightclub through the restaurant's back entrance before stopping to relieve himself in the kitchen. More specifically, in the bucket that is filled with water to clean the floors. This is just another inconsiderate drunk teenager doing what a million others have done before. Justin should know better. Then while passing through China during the Asia leg of his Believe tour, a picture was posted of him being carried up the stairs, which caused people on the internet to label him as a diva. His controversies were definitely minor in the beginning. He was being heavily criticized, attacked in blogs and by TMZ for the situations that were pretty small, but the controversies just never stopped. The coverage got more detailed, and the reactions just got worse, including the time he caused.
Which honestly explains how he's become so respected in the rap space, and why he's like sometimes the only pop artist on a rap album half the time. Which honestly, you can't even really consider him a pop artist anymore, bro. Like he's just JB. He kind of just does whatever, you know. My favorite JB clip still gotta be when they made him do push-ups and sing in the hood. Bro, that video is so funny, bro. When his car ran out of gas, they had him outside, bro. Hilarious, man. That's such a goated moment, bro. Like, it's actually kind of crazy.
An entire revolution in Colombia. In November 2013, Justin was undergoing the Latin American section of his Believe tour. While in Bogota, Colombia, Justin snuck out of his hotel to do graffiti in an area where graffiti is banned. He painted a marijuana leaf and the Canadian flag while the police provided him with security. We aren't sure why the police
Wait, the police provided him with security? From who? Them? Like, what? Like, bro, that's kind of crazy, bro. And Acosta's like, hey, man, it's JB. Let him cook. That's fine. That's fine. So he can go to any hood and be personally flooded by a bunch of locals like he hired guns. Nah, true. JB is in that class of white men that's just good in every hood. It's him, Bill Nye, what's his name? Randy Orton for sure. We got to go with Tony Hawk. Who else is like good in every hood? I'm trying to think, like Guy Fieri for sure. He's definitely up there. I feel like he could go anywhere for real. He could go to O Block, like, you know. Gordon Ramsay too. Honestly, we're getting to a point where XQC is up there, bro. It's kind of scary, but if you really think about it, XQC is almost at that spot, bro. He is. If XQC gets any bigger in the mainstream, like to the point where just normal people that don't even know what Twitch is or like Kick is know who XQC is, then he's at that point. You know what I mean? Not gonna lie. Anyone gonna shoot for JB? Nah, for real. If JB was in that sub Aquaman. Nah, that's real,
decided to protect him, and the locals were outraged because 2 years prior,
I still can't believe that that's like a real thing that happened, bro. It's kind of crazy.
A police officer shot and killed an unarmed 16-year-old kid while he was spraying graffiti in an area.
Wait, what?
Hotel to do graffiti in an area where graffiti is banned. He painted a marijuana leaf and the Canadian flag while the police provided him with security. We aren't sure why the police decided to protect him, and the locals were outraged because 2 years prior, a police officer shot and killed an unarmed 16-year-old kid while he was spraying graffiti in an area similar to the one where Justin did his. Rebellion against...
Yeah, see, yeah, that's valid outrage. That's valid outrage, I'm not gonna lie. That's valid. bro, with the way these girls scream, they think I'm Justin Bieber bars are there. Not gonna lie, is he cookout cool? Bro, Timothy Chalamet is cookout cool, which means JB is definitely cookout cool. Like, bro, I feel like if JB isn't invited to the cookout, now I'm not going. You feel me? Like, that's how it is at this point. You know what I mean? 10 years ago, it would have been like, yeah, he could come, but maybe not all of them. You know, now, exactly, he would have went on the grill. That's what I'm saying, bro. He 30 now or something, right? Like, he probably the one on the grill now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's where we at now, at this point. At this point in time, that's where we at, for sure. Justin Bieber got white privilege.
Since law enforcement broke out because if Justin Bieber can spray graffiti, so can they. And if the police protected Justin, they should defend graffiti artists instead of harassing and incarcerating them. 300 artists came together and occupied the area where Justin sprayed his graffiti. And over 24 hours, painted more than 700 pieces of graffiti. Justin Bieber was the cause for all of this to happen. The poor dude had no idea what he sparked.
That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie though. At the same time, Charlie Sheen, do good in here. Really? Charlie Sheen valid like that? Like, I know he kind of valid, but wasn't he in controversy like 10 years ago? Like bad? Like something bad? Or am I tripping? Like, I'm talking like pre-cancel culture, like back when someone being in controversy actually meant something, you know? I don't know, maybe I'm confusing him with someone else. But now that I think about it though, this whole graffiti revolution thing could be kind of fire. I don't know. Dude called a black woman he was dating the hard R. Yeah, that's why he was in controversy. Okay. I don't think, and he was anti-Semitic to his boss. Yeah, definitely not good in any hood. He's definitely banned from the majority, I would guess, actually. But there's probably a few he's allowed in, like Kanye's hood, you know, so he could probably go to Chicago. But that's about it, though, maybe.
The artists. The rebellious graffiti trend spread like wildfire to other major cities across Colombia, with hundreds of other artists joining the movement. He also had a spitting problem, with multiple reports over the years of him spitting on people during violent outbursts, including his own fans, who were visiting him outside of his hotel in Toronto, where he spat down on them, breaking out into laughter with his buddies. Then he took a photo of his view, which was posted on Instagram sporting a caption about how he has the best fans in the world. In 2014, he spat in his neighbor's face after a heated argument, which started by Justin driving his Ferrari at over 100 miles per hour down the road. When his neighbor confronted him at the front doorstep, Justin told him to get the F out of here before spitting in Jeff's face and saying, "I'm gonna F and kill you."
Yo, bro, I had no idea how much like Nazi history ended up in Brazil. Like, how did they just leave that part out of history class? They always covered like Nazi Germany and everything, and like Poland and all that, right? Everything. But they never really said what happened too far after the war. Like, it's kind of crazy, man. I just found out about this in like the last year and a half, 2 years. It's actually wild. Why do girls like spit in their mouth? I don't know. It's not just girls though. It's because JPEG Mafia fans was definitely rocking with that a couple years ago, like during COVID times, I think, or like right before or right after, one of the two. And I only saw men wanting, you know, anyways. Not gonna lie, Justin seems like the type. He does, man. You know, again, like Patrick said, we're not trying to make it seem like this kid's a saint or anything, but, you know, a lot of his behavior kind of adds up when you really pay attention to it. You know, it really adds up. So funny how many Brazilian black metal bands there are. I've never heard of any black metal outside of like Northwestern Europe or something. I don't know. Like, you know, those Norwegian guys just want to kill you. Yikes.
A year later, he had another altercation with the same neighbor, which resulted in Justin throwing 24 eggs at his neighbor's house.
Yo!
Hey, fuck you, asshole! I got another one for you, actually. Yeah, come right over here, you motherfucker. Call the cops.
Yo!
Months later, Justin pleaded no.
Nah, bro, was really crazy though. Like, that's crazy. I was found on a few people before, pretty fun. Good for you, man.
Contest to one count of misdemeanor vandalism for the incident. In exchange for the plea, he was ordered to pay $80,000 in restitution and to stay away from his former neighbor and the neighbor's family for 2 years.
He reloaded
By this point,
the eggs.
Justin kind of proved he was a
He did, bro. The only thing that would have been better is if he just like had a chicken there, just hatching them at the same time. There's like a bunch of chickens just like literally, you know, it's like pumping out eggs. That'd be crazy, bro. 80K for 2000X is wild, though. I can do you one better. Kodak Black, in like the last 3 days, was arrested for missing a drug test, and his bail was $250,000. $250,000 for missing a drug test. It's not even like bro failed it. He just didn't go. Like what, bro? They want him in jail so bad, bro. Like so bad. But I think his lawyers, I saw some of his lawyers like hooked it up to where like he doesn't have to get checked for tours and stuff anymore. Or something like that. So he might not have to get drug tested like that anymore, which is good. But like, dude, come on, man.
Privileged boy with an attitude problem. But this last controversy would send him spiraling down. In June of 2014, a video emerged of the 15-year-old Justin telling racist jokes about black people using the N-word.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Multiple times. As the video went viral, Justin issued an apology, stating, "I thought it was okay to repeat hurtful words and jokes, but I didn't realize at the time that it was..."
This is the dark era a lot of us kind of, you know... bro said pray hands. Hold on, bro. I just gotta real quick. I have to because this is like... This has kind of just been my mood lately. Hold on. This the vibe that bro was on right here.
Sparkles in Japan. VIP my section, royalty looking.
Nah, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Anyways. Yeah, man. You know, this is yeah. This is tough right here.
As the video went viral, Justin issued an apology, stating, "I thought it was okay to repeat hurtful words and jokes, but I didn't realize at the time that it wasn't funny and that, in fact, my actions were continuing the ignorance."
We gave him the Canadian pass, right? That's what it was? I think that's what it was. We gave him the Canadian pass.
That he was young and dumb.
I think it was fine.
But then a second video showing a 15...
See, this is the one I remember. I remember this one. I don't remember the other one. This is hilarious.
Justin circulated. Similar to the first, he sang his own song, One Less Lonely Girl, replacing the lyrics with One Less Lonely and using the hard R, stating that if he were to kill...
I don't remember it being a hard R, bro. I feel like in the video he said it with an A, bro. I feel like he said it with an A, bro. In the video I remember, it was an A. It was an A. I don't remember him saying the hard R ever, but, you know. And I saw that video like a week ago. Again. So yeah, I don't think it was a hard R, but you know, I get it.
Kill one, he would be
Shouldn't be saying it anyways.
KKK. He apologized again a day later and was released, stating, "Facing my mistakes from years ago has been one of the hardest things I've ever dealt with, but I feel I need to take responsibility for those mistakes and not let them linger. At the end of the day, I just need to step up and own what I did. Once again, I'm sorry for all of those."
Honestly, now that I think about it, bro, the only way that JB would have been able to come back from this is if he hopped on the Bigger Picture remix with Lil Baby, or the OG version, but I guess Lil Baby wanted to do it himself, which is why that didn't happen. But I feel like that could have happened, bro, and that would have kind of like, you know, evened it out. Because imagine if JB was on the Bigger Picture, bro. That song is already amazing. It would be like even crazier, bro, and more white people probably would listen to it.
Let down,
which would have helped.
I don't think I really need to explain why people were absolutely outraged with this. And for a lot of people, once they saw these videos, their mind was made up about Justin Bieber. And
only with Nicki, Drake, Breezy, and Wayne, and JB. He was on a remix of Only. I'm glad I never heard that. That's probably not that great, actually. Them saying this version of Pop JB, just the ice note. No, for real. No, for real. Like, he hadn't worked with any rappers at that point. He probably ain't even worked with Jaden yet. And you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy, bruh. JB on the Bigger Picture, was he supposed to rap about the color of sweatpants? Nah, he would have rapped from a white perspective of like what the white people need to do. Because Lil Baby kind of said with everybody, you know what I'm saying? But like a lot of white people probably don't like Lil Baby's accent because he's from Atlanta. So he would have came on there and said the same thing that Lil Baby said, but with a white voice, so the white people would have listened to him. You know? It would have been kind of like whack when you really think about it, but it's for the bigger picture. Hence the name of the song. Like, I feel like that would have been great, bruh. But, you know, he was probably kind of busy. What's your sign? I'm a Pisces. I don't get the quote. Maybe that's the verse from Only. Oh, that's the only collab we needed. Oh. Yeah, I'm confused.
Never gonna change their mind. And I can't blame them for that. Justin dragged his reputation to an all-time low. He was stamped as just another child star gone mad. After a drunk driving incident in Miami, he was never the same. Justin was seen at SET nightclub in Miami Beach, Florida. He left the venue driving a yellow Lamborghini before police spotted him in a residential neighborhood. Bieber's entourage allegedly blocked the street so he could drag race singer Khalil, who was driving a red Ferrari. Authorities initially conducted a traffic stop for drag racing, but arrested Justin once they realized he was intoxicated. He was arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence, driving with an over 6-month expired license.
I Feel Funny clears Gunna's discography, no cap. Okay, now you're just talking, bruh. Now you're just talking, bruh. Come on. Bro. I Feel Funny clears Gunna's discography? Are we talking about the same Gunna? Like Gunna Wanna? Like, you talking about like Gunna, bruh? You tripping, bro. You really acting like Gunna ain't make this. Now I'm pausing the recording, bro. But come on now, bro. Be for real.
And resisting.
I Feel Funny isn't even that good because Tisa's not on it, bro. If Tisa was on the I Feel Funny, then I would be like maybe. But Tisa's not even on it, bro. Come on now.
Violence.
Come
His
on now, bro.
mugshot depicting him smiling was concerning to fans. Police claimed Bieber told authorities he consumed alcohol, smoked marijuana, and took prescription drugs. He and Khalil were locked up in a jail cell for 10 hours. Justin was later released from these charges on a $2,500 bond. A toxicology report revealed that Bieber had THC and Xanax in his system at the time of his arrest.
I haven't even seen it since the reaction. I haven't seen the video, but I've played the song. Last time I played the song was like a month ago. Probably, which for JB is like pretty recent because I don't really listen to him like that. But the video wasn't that great, so I doubt that age is like one. But the song is cool. It's just not great. Like, it's not great. Gunna aging like whatever he got in the fridge. Have you seen Gunna recently? Bro actually lost weight. So I feel like we can't really make like fat jokes no more. Like, bro in shape. You know what I'm saying?
Bieber's arrest on the DUI charge, more than 270,000 people petitioned the White House seeking to have him deported from the United States. Although the number of signatures received was sufficient to require a response under published White House guidelines, the Obama administration didn't take the petition seriously. But it turns out behind the scenes, Justin had a much worse drug problem than people realized.
There was a time when I was sipping lean, I was popping pills, I was doing Molly.
The lean era was crazy.
Everything. And it was just an escape for me. I was just young.
Justin's drug abuse got so bad, he was even caught in the most dangerous areas of Los Angeles buying drugs.
Good, homie. MS gang. Nice seeing you, bro. Have a good one.
Yikes.
I just saw Bieber. I just seen Bieber. Leave it to Bieber.
His addiction got so bad, he was willing to put his own life at risk.
I don't even listen to dudes. That's what I'm saying. That's the only explanation. If you don't listen to Gunna, that would make sense. If you don't listen to Gunna, I can understand that take. Because guess what? I had a similar take when I didn't listen to Gunna. I did. I was like, Gunna's overrated. Like, he cool, but he only good on features. And then I listened to Gunna. Bro, Gunna is actually too fire. If you really think about it, bro, Gunna honestly deserves more flowers considering he taught Lil Baby how to rap. Like really rap, like record raps and everything, like rap seriously. You know what I mean? Why they gotta pick a Kid Leroy in this vid?
Well, in the beginning, it gradually became a problem to escape from the pressure.
This is the OG Leroy, bro. This one Leroy still has short hair in Australia.
Of being this pop star. And although many people look at that as suffering from success, the level of expectation he needs to meet is unattainable. Surely a lot of his controversies were deplorable, but the ones that were minor were treated just as bad. That likely led to him giving up on his health, his body, and lashing out since they were going to criticize him anyways. He couldn't go out on a bad note, though. So he made one last push after teaming up with Skrillex to produce a number of different sounds.
Honestly, bro, which one was that? That was the one that came out in 2020, right? Which one was that? Okay. Honestly, bro, there's a couple of songs on Justice that I like personally, but it's not many. Like, I didn't listen to the whole album, so honestly, you could be right. It could be kind of like whack. I don't know though, because the few songs I heard were good, but it was like 4. That one was fine. What was that one that had Yummy on it? Oh, you talking about the one from 2019. You talking about the one from 2019, bruh. Or no, that was Changes. Yeah, you talking about Changes. That was 2020. Yeah, that album was kind of, I don't know. But it came out like peak COVID time, so I think he was just not in the right headspace. I don't think he was in the right headspace at that time. You know? That album was bad. I didn't listen to the whole thing, but I heard enough during the rollout. Because the rollout was serious. They treated that album like it was serious, bro. Stuff. Yeah, no, for sure. If Skrillex and Diplo never created Jack U and worked with JB at the time that they did, he probably would have completely fallen off by now. Like, he wouldn't have fallen off initially, but he probably would be unheard of by now. It'd be like, Justin Bieber, I mean, I haven't heard that name, and you know what I'm saying? Like, that's probably where he would be now. So shout out to Skrillex and Diplo for that.
Where Are You Now? Then What Do You Mean? Which was his first #1 hit single,
for real.
Sorry, which kind of doubled as his apology to the world.
Skrillex also did produce a lot of great stuff for him.
For his behavior, Love Yourself, and plenty of other radio hits to help him release his most successful album of all time, Purpose. It's hard for his opposition to feel bad for him when in the end, all of his antics will just help him sell more records. No matter what he does, it will be seen as the wrong step. It's quite literally is the child star curse, because nothing you do will ever compare to how you were introduced to the world as a perfect, innocent child. And with that, he finally stepped out of the spotlight, and when he returned, you could see how bad things really got. First of all, his music got worse. Yummy.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Purpose was the most successful? I guess so. I mean, I do remember hearing a lot about that album, and I feel like that tour even. So, you know, makes sense.
It was terrible. But more importantly, in the press runs that led up to this, you can see Justin physically suffering. His anxiety was so bad to the point where he was constantly fidgeting, slumping over, not looking at people.
What that does to a person's brain at such a young age or any age, when you're surrounded by that kind of noise and excitement for so long. I mean, did you realize that
that's crazy? No, for real, the timing's hilarious.
What it was doing?
Listen to it on Spotify and still bought the album.
Was during his Zane Lowe interview when he asked Justin about Billie Eilish, since Billie in 2020 was the 18-year-old pop star who was thrown into the industry very similar to Bieber. Justin felt like he wanted to protect her.
Yeah. So, yeah. I just want to protect her. You know. I don't want her to lose it. I don't want her to, you know, go through anything I went through. I don't wish that.
W Man's for that. So, especially considering she idolized him a lot, and you know he inspired her music a lot early on. It's pretty cool that you know that happened. I guess. You know,
if she ever needs me, I'm just.
That's W Man's right there, bro.
Just the mere thought of Billie enduring what Justin had to endure brought him to tears, and recalling those dark moments in his life made fans realize that this was not fake. This young man was likely abused by this industry. Justin's antics have slowed down considerably. He is 29, has a child and a wife he's fully focused on. Does he still have an
I be forgetting bro had a kid, bro. When did that happen again? I forgot. Bro had a kid.
Pop star attitude at times? Absolutely. Does he still have beef with the paparazzi?
Yes.
Bet. Some of you will never see Bieber as anything but a privileged boy who didn't have to put in much hard work to see the heights of the music industry. But even the benefits of his success, being universally loved, being praised, and constantly receiving validation, are also bad. Variety magazine dubbed him a once-in-a-generation superstar who charted a swift and stunning rise from precocious
I thought he was 30 already.
To global phenomenon.
That was the yes at
you live up to that. Bieber was being cheered and rewarded for a smile and a hair flip. The world put him on this unsustainable pedestal, which ultimately caused him to break. All I know for sure is no money or fame is worth whatever the heck he had to endure to get it.
Nah, for real, bruh. For real. I feel like if he could go back in time, bro, he would have never posted on YouTube. Like, being honest. Looking at his career, JB probably would not have ever posted on YouTube. Like, you better never let him find a time machine, bro, or a lot of good music is gonna disappear. Honestly, bro. I was about to say something though. I don't remember what. I don't know. Oh, there's a lot of artists that just like have children that it like never really makes news like that. So maybe JB was one of those. Like, it kind of made news, but like not really. Like Lil Yachty had a kid in 2020. Or 2021. And nobody knew that until he said that on his album this year. You know? It's kind of crazy, bro. That's how I be having it, man. But hey, man. Honestly, bro, WJB. Wait. Wait. He doesn't have a kid? I scroll down the comments. Patrick said that he said he has a kid, but he remembers watching a bunch of podcasts talking about how he wants to have a kid and be a father, but I guess he doesn't yet. So that kid was just, I don't know who that kid was. But that's not his kid. So I guess he's not a father, which makes more sense. Because I feel like I would have heard about JB having a kid, bro. But I don't know, bro. I don't know. I can't miss baby and never say never. No, bro. You have no idea. I'm saying WJB now. 5-year-old me would never imagine that I would say that ever. I used to hate that kid, bro. Honestly, I was sick of him. Literally, he was like the first pop star that I ever witnessed, because like for a while there were no like big pop stars like that because boy bands fell off. So it was kind of like, you know, there was no hype around an artist like that much, especially in the demographic that he was in. Bro, elementary school, every day, all people were talking about, girls, boys, teachers, whoever, Justin Bieber. Bro, it was annoying. And that song was annoying. Like, I used to hate that kid. But then when he started hanging around rappers, bro kind of warmed up to me a little bit. And now he valid. It still surprises me how much is for him now. You legit despised him. I did, bro. I will never say anything else, bro. I hated JB. I did. I hated him. I literally did. But you know, he valid now, bro. I guess it took him being on Drake's Instagram for me to warm up to him. I don't know. If it ain't Justin Selena, hey, bro, I'm glad that Patrick didn't cover this whole relationship with Selena, but honestly, bro, I hope those two never, ever, ever get in a relationship ever again. Like, never. Truly. I feel like he's very happy with Haley, and I hope that they continue to be happy, and they are, you know, together forever, and Selena does her own thing with someone else, and she's happy, and together with someone else forever, and you know what I mean? Everyone can coexist, because, bro, I don't think I would be able to deal with the internet if they got back together. Like, literally, I can't deal with the internet now. And they're not, imagine if they were. Bro, it'd be endless discourse. It'd be like, that's all anyone would ever want to talk about. Because, bro, Selena Gomez is one of the biggest pop artists in the world. Like in the world. Somehow. I don't know how, because how is she selling records? But she is. She just is. It was good bars. She is. You know what I mean? But you know what's going to happen. It's not going to happen, though. It's not going to happen. Not in my timeline. She's been single for a brick. I mean, yeah, but like, you know what I'm saying? She's living her best life. Like, she's busy. Being the biggest pop artist in the world. Somehow, again, bro, she sells crazy records, like insane amount of support all the time. She be dropping albums and stuff, and you never hear about it, which is crazy. But she really has a cult following, bro. And, you know, you love to see it, bro. You love to see it because of Haley. I mean, like, not recently, bro. Like, I'm talking about over the last, like, 12 years, like, since Wizards of Waverly Place ended. She literally left Disney and just, like, turned into, like, a massive pop star. Like, literally. Even when she was still releasing under Disney's label. I mean, if her numbers are up. They're not really, they never went down. That's the thing. They've been up. Like, they've been up and she hasn't flopped ever. Which is so impressive and so crazy considering, like, you never even see promo of her stuff. Ever, so it's, at least not anymore. Early on you did, but now you don't. It's weird, but you know, I feel like she's chilling, doing her own thing. But either way, her and Justin never need to get back together. I feel like, you know, that experience was for younger them, and they're good now. You know, that was a canon.